Choosing between CA, that is Chartered Accountancy by ICAI, and ACCA, that is the Association of Chartered Certified Accountants from the UK, is one of the most critical decisions for any finance and commerce professional. Both are elite credentials, but they serve fundamentally different career blueprints. The easiest way to look at it is that CA gives you deep domestic authority, while ACCA gives you broad global mobility. If I have to make a very quick key differences chart between the two qualifications, let's very quickly get into it. As for the governing body, ICAI is the governing body for CA and ACCA is the governing body for ACCA. Primary focus on these qualifications is extremely different because CA primarily focuses on the Indian tax and corporate law as well as stat audit. However, the ACCA qualification primarily focuses on IFRS and financial management knowledge. If you look at the geographic scope of the two qualifications, that is also extremely different. While CA is gold standard in India, ACCA is globally recognized in 180 plus countries. Yes, you heard me right. In 180 plus countries, ACCA is recognized. If we talk about the signing authority, like I said, nothing beats CA in India. So CA has the signing authority in India, but not anywhere apart from India. However, ACCA is more global. It does not have the signing authority in India, but it's certainly global. UK and other jurisdictions recognize ACCA and you can very well sign the books of accounts in these countries as well. If I talk about the average duration of these two qualifications, while CA may easily take a minimum of 5 to 6 years for you to pursue, ACCA on the other hand can definitely be finished in 2 to 3 years max, and that too depending upon your entry level. If I talk about the exam structure of these two qualifications, while CA is extremely daunting because of the grouping and the aggregation system, ACCA on the other hand is completely flexible. There's no grouping, there's no aggregation, you just require a flat 50 to pass each paper. If I talk about the pass rates of these two qualifications, only 5 to maximum 20% students pass in the CA, depending upon which level of CA am I talking about. However, at a global level, more than 60 to 80% is the pass rate for ACCAs as a generic figure. If I talk about the practical training or experience as we call it, CA has sandwiched 3 years of work experience between the intermediate level and the CA final level. However, ACCA offers a 36 months of practical experience requirement, PER as we call it. However, it's extremely flexible, which means this 36 months of experience you can do before the qualification, during the qualification, and even after the qualification. Quick tip here for all the students who are probably struggling to clear CA and are at the final level. If you're someone who's already done with the 3 years of your articleship in CA, this is included as the PER. This is recognized as the PER in ACCA, which means yes, it saves and recognizes your time, your energy that you've spent in your CA journey. One more advantage for students who are kind of struggling to clear their CA journey, that if you've cleared your IPCC levels, that is your inter levels, and have appeared for the final level of CA and have got 40 plus marks in a few papers, you might be eligible for up to 9 exemptions in ACCA. Yes, you heard me right. A part qualified CA in India can get up to 9 exemptions in ACCA. And that certainly is an extremely value add because it saves and recognizes the time, energy, and money that you've already spent on your CA journey. So if you're someone who's struggling to clear CA, I very honestly and sincerely suggest you to please look at ACCA as an option as well. Now let's compare these two qualifications based on the scope, the domain, and the signing authority in detail. The most critical dividing line is obviously the statutory power. CA holds a legal monopoly in India. So if your goal is to set up a private practice or handle the Indian tax compliance, or maybe sign the statutory audit reports for Indian companies, then CA is legally mandatory for you to pursue. However, ACCA is built on corporate and cross-border finance. ACCA focuses heavily on IFRS, that is, International Financial Reporting Standards, and the management accounting. It is tailor-made basically for MNCs, global shared services, management consulting, and the big four firms dealing with international clients. So if that is something that excites you in terms of having a global qualification which can literally serve as a global passport for you, then certainly look more for the ACCA qualification. Now let's explore the two qualifications based on the structure and the exam flexibility. The learning journey for each qualification definitely feels very different. While the CA journey is popularly known as highly rigorous and tightly structured, you clear foundation, move to the intermediate level, undergo a grueling mandatory articleship, and then face the final exams. Yes, the most coveted exams of India. However, the grouping system tests sheer endurance and comprehensive mastery under immense concentrated pressure. So if you're someone who's ready to grill the grind, who's ready to undergo that high pressure situation for the next 5 to 7 years of your life, there's nothing like CA in India. However, on the other hand, the ACCA journey is built around flexibility. With 4 exam windows in a year and the ability to drop and pick even a single paper in one attempt, it adapts to your schedule. Furthermore, it offers a robust exemption pathway as well. So if you are someone who's just finished your class 12th and have opted for BCom or BAF in your graduation, you may be eligible for up to 5 exemptions in ACCA. Yes, you heard me right. So that's a great fast track route for pursuing graduation to start off with. And by the time your graduation will be over, you will become a qualified ACCA as well. Come to think of it, a CA traditionally, if they start off along with their graduation, they will minimum invest the next 7 years looking at their CA journey, completing their CA journey, including their articleship. 5 to 7 years is a bare minimum that it is going to take you, even if you clear, all your exams in a single attempt, which obviously is, very difficult. However, ACCA on the other hand, if you start along with your graduation, 100% you will be able to finish by the time you graduate, just because you only need to attempt 1 paper, 1 quarter. This is something which becomes very easily manageable, not because it's an easy exam, but because it offers a lot of flexibility to the students. It offers a lot of breathing space to the students, so you are able to navigate and enjoy your college life along with a professional qualification. You are even able to complete a professional qualification along with your graduation, which definitely leads you and puts you ahead of any of your counterparts really. Now let's discuss both the qualifications based on the career paths and the compensation that they offer. So if you choose CA, Your entry point in India is usually highly lucrative, with freshers commanding around 7 to 12 lakhs per annum as a bare minimum average. You are fast tracked into roles like the statutory auditor, tax manager, or internal corporate finance leads, with a traditional path leading towards becoming a partner at an Indian firm or a domestic CFO as well. However, if you choose ACCA on the other hand, in India, freshers are typically starting around 5 to 8 lakhs per annum, bridging into mid-career roles of 10 to 12 lakhs per annum. And as they specialize into global finance and accounting, obviously the playgrounds are MNCs, global banks, the FP&A teams. The massive advantage here is definitely the international mobility that it brings along. So if you plan to relocate to regions like the UK, the Middle East, Singapore, Australia maybe, ACCA is an immediate door opener for you. Okay, come to think of it, why only choose between the two? I personally know of many qualified CAs who have done the CA qualification and then chosen the ACCA qualifications, not just only to treat it as either an or question, but if you complete your CA first, ACCA awards you 9 paper exemptions out of 13. This allows a qualified CA to clear the remaining 4 strategic professional papers in a maximum of say about 12 months or maybe 18 months at max, effectively building a powerhouse resume that carries both absolute statutory power in India as well as frictionless corporate mobility abroad. So my suggestion to you would be that if you're someone who's already started off with their CA journey, try and complete it definitely. So if you're someone who's already started off with their CA journey, 100% try and complete it. But if you're someone who's struggling to clear the CA journey, then 100% look out for the ACCA qualification. It will not only, put you on the fast track route, but will also open up global mobility and progression for you. If you're someone who's about to make this decision between CA or ACCA, I hope I have made this, via this video, I've made this a little easier for you to decide. If you're someone who's just literally, finished your class 12 or are pursuing graduation, you now know that, what are the pros and cons of both the qualifications. And I really hope that this video will help you make an informed decision. So it's your choice, your career path, your interest, your geography that you want to choose for your career. So if you want to stay in India and be the king of India, choose CA. If you want to add wings to your career, maybe then you should definitely explore ACCA as your global passport. Until next time, thank you so much. God bless.